booties for black girl nerds.
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with me today. I very much appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jensen, I'll start with you. So I love how right from the jump, your character states its purpose. Like we find out what the purpose is without any spoilers. And there's a line that I really like that a character delivers to him about like, hey, why don't you go to a beach and like relax? And you say, I wish I could. So what about being an actor keeps you going and has you continuously wanting to pursue new projects instead of just relaxing after all those years of Supernatural?
Um, that's a great question. I think my wife asks me that all the time. Honestly, it's the love of the game. I truly do love being on set. I love the camaraderie. I love the collaboration. I love telling stories. I love that every day is different. Um, I know that it is a gift to get a job and work in this industry at the capacity with which we work, and I I I don't take it for granted. I tell myself all the time, I don't have to do this. I get to do this, and I truly enjoy it.
Thank you for that, because you guys are two of the most well-liked men in the industry. So it's nice to hear that you just keep going. And Eric, your character has put together a solid team where they each have some level of expertise in different areas. So when you signed on to join a cast like Euphoria, Grey's Anatomy, or now Countdown, what do you feel that you must bring to the project?
Well, I mean, I got to carry my own weight and I got to make sure that I can bring something interesting, to the project as it relates to the character. There's no point in just phoning it in. So, I try to do whatever I can do to make interesting enough choices so it translates into something interesting on screen or some interesting dynamic between him and another character.
Nice, nice. And since everyone has such a different level of expertise, and this question is for both of you guys, which one of those levels of expertise, whether it be like tech savvy or really good at weapons or whatever it may be, that you guys wish that you had in your own personal lives?
I wish I was tech
Oh, I
savvy.
wish
I
I was
can't
tech savvy
get rid
too.
of the
No,
computer,
I mean,
iPhone,
well, it advances too fast,
TikTok.
and like I was good with a lot of stuff, but it just
Yeah,
the
like a
speed at which
Atari,
it advanced,
Nintendo,
a VCR,
a VCR.
the speed in which technology advances just in the last 20 to 25 years is mind-blowing, and it's just hard to keep up
Yeah,
if you're not in
we're
that world.
outpacing ourselves, to be
We
honest
Yeah,
with
we aren't pacing ourselves.
And this is
When my 12-year-old's telling me how I do things on the iPhone, I'm like, I've had this since before you were born. How are you teaching me things?
you. Yeah,
it's
It's a problem.
natives.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that. It's almost like part of our everyday lives. We always just naturally learn something else. And I used to work in the cell phone industry for a very long time, and I learned new stuff from people that I know have never worked in that industry. So it happens. But
Yep.
this show in particular, we get to see stuff early. And I was telling somebody earlier that this is the longest list of spoilers that I've ever gotten. Each episode has something that we can't talk about. And I love that because it gives you a reason to want to come back and visit. So I want to ask you both, when you found out this show was going to be like, hey, we're doing 3 episodes release versus one each time, did y'all prefer that or do you guys just like binging stuff?
That's a good question. I think maybe this is somewhat of an experiment. We'll have to see what shakes out. But I think you have to release more than one episode. If you're going to release it on a streamer, you have to release more than one episode. Um, Otherwise, it's difficult to hold an audience.
Yeah, I think you certainly need to release enough to hook them to get them invested. And that's truly difficult to do with one episode, with the pilot episode. I think you need to try to draw them in with the first one, and hook them with the second one. And if you can get a third one in there too, then that's great. And yeah, like Eric said, I think we're a bit of a guinea pig in this particular format. Um, but I like it. It's not a dump every episode on the weekend or a one episode for the next 20 weeks. It's a little bit of a hybrid. And so I'm anxious to see how well it works that way.
I love that you used the word hook because my friend Tim and Sydney are big fans of yours. And I was like, yeah, he has his new show coming out. They're like, I'm sold. I don't care. Anything that man is in, I'm watching. So I was like, okay, well, here's the trailer. But yeah, it's been
Love
so
it.
nice to you guys. Show is fantastic. Again, I wish there's other things I want to talk about because they're so spoilery. I avoided, but fantastic show. You guys did phenomenal, and I can't wait to talk to you guys for your next project.
Hope so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, it's so nice to talk to you ladies, especially together, right? That is
Yeah.
right. That's going to lead me into my first question. So, Jessica, I'll start with you. When I saw the pairings, I was like, "How awesome!" Because from the Flash to now, this is really
Hmm.
cool. So, what was it like reconnecting?
So
It was
beautiful.
great. It was,
So
yeah.
beautiful to see this woman's face again. And just really this time around, we got to really spend time together and get to know each other as humans, as coworkers. And it has been such a joy. She's so incredible.
To be back on a team together,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we're
Saving
thrilled.
the world yet again.
Yeah,
I love that they're both like team shows too. I think that
Yeah.
completely.
in that space. And then Violet, I did want to ask, since your character surrounds technology, I have to start by saying I loved Drop. Uh,
Thank you.
Absolutely loved it. I have not stopped talking about that movie. It was, I think, airdropping is insane. But since your character
Yeah.
is a savvy member of the team, like, what's one high-tech item that you can't live without besides your phone? Besides your phone.
Personally, like Violet, oh man. I mean, was GPS counts as a phone, huh? Because you have maps on there. High tech device. Ooh, okay. I did just buy this neck massager, and I have to say, you just lay on it, and it is a game changer.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that I would probably choose. I'm like, what else uses tech?
Like everything, literally.
Really?
I mean, I don't
A
know.
fridge?
You were on the right track with the maps because I can be going down the street to somewhere that I know that I'm going. Like I go to the theater pretty often to screen stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't always open up my GPS, but it's because I want
Always.
to see a shorter, faster way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there's satellites in the sky for a reason. I'm going to use them.
I know, but honestly, we gotta like remember to use our own kind of devices
Right,
as well,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, who knows? Otherwise, they
Take
take
me.
over. They should take us.
Just take us.
We
This
would.
is something-
Take me.
This is something that I'm asking. I'm trying to ask each member, see if I can get to everybody today. But I want to ask, since you guys each have your own really important, vital skill sets to the team, who is somebody that you would want to trade with?
Mm.
I want to be big and strong like Uli.
Yeah.
Now I want to be yeah.
Fino would
I
be
want to
fun.
be Fino.
Just to walk into a
Feels
room
like a different vibe.
and quiet the room with your presence, saying nothing.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
do
We
that.
would like to be an Uli, a Luke Fino.
A Luke Fino
Yeah.
together as one.
Yeah, we would.
With two heads.
That's our preference.
And I do want to talk about Jensen. Now, since we did touch on, from the Flash, and we got a fellow CW in the house. So what was it like working with Jensen? Have you guys worked with him before in anything?
Yeah, just not
Kind
great.
of, yeah.
Dull.
Anybody else would be better.
I mean, like literally anyone else. The guy
He's fantastic.
is
I mean, no notes. He's so
no notes.
charismatic.
We absolutely adore him
Yeah.
as an actor, as a human being.
As a leader of an entire production and just all around. Seems
Humble.
like a great dad.
Yeah.
Seems like a great husband. I mean, really, no notes. Like I'm
No.
like he just seems like
Humble, kind, hardworking,
Yeah.
amazing sense of humor.
ah,
God, what is happening here?
come on in.
You
Come
walk
on in.
We have some guests.
Right on cue.
I
because-
suppose that was nice to say
Humble.
hello.
That's all about.
Heard we needed some guns and some looks, so we're here. Hi, how you doing?
The two-headed
Hi.
Ready?
Yeah.
Were you prepared for that?
I was not. I mean, I hope I'm talking to them in a little bit.
This is how it was on set every
so
day.
too.
With that.
We happened to be in the neighborhood. We thought we might join you guys.
Yeah, we love it. Oh,
good.
yeah.
Look good.
Anyway, but you've got this, and now I've I think you've got it. So we'll leave you alone. Thank you.
You're leaving?
You're a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
Just anyway, it's amazing.
You know what I mean?
Most about us.
But yeah.
So who's
Everything.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you.
They
So there you
hijacked
go.
that.
There you go.
You
Oh
guys
my
are fantastic.
God.
Thank you guys so much for your time. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chalice Williams, Black Girl Nerd. It's nice to see you guys again.
Nice to
Nice
see
to
you
you
too.
too.
Hey, well, this was such a fun show. You guys have been such great aspects of this whole junket that I've done today. So this
Oh,
is cool for you guys and
thank
y'all.
you. That's really kind.
So, Elliot, I'll start with you. So, Countdown is very much different than the other series that we've seen you in, and I want to ask, how much more tamed was it to read this script versus reading some of the unhinged things that are in The Boys?
Yeah, definitely more chill than the boys, that's for sure. But what's interesting is there's still this element of excitement where we don't know what's going to happen. It's another very capably unpredictable show that is high energy, has really captivating characters, and a journey that is going to take on an absolute ride. So honestly, I feel like I've truly lucked out to be a part of two incredible series. One as it continues, and one in its inception is yeah, it's a dream. It's literally a dream.
No, it's it's so different, so parallel. Like watch, like that's crazy because this is so different and unhinged as the other one. And
Right?
Uli, as you know, us journalists, we get to screen shows and movies early, so we always get a list of spoilers. And I've been talking about this because this is what sets this show apart from anything else that I've done, is that this list of spoilers was like each episode. There
Oh,
was like
nice.
yeah, so it's like that right there let me know, hey, this is going to be, this is great because something new is popping up in each episode. So
Yeah.
without giving us any spoilers, which episode should we look out that had the biggest plot twist for you?
Ooh.
Oh, I would say three. I would
Okay.
say three. And then
Oh.
I
okay,
see.
three.
No, no, go for it.
I mean, I'm just because
I mean, to
two.
the point, there's so many to choose from. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would, for me personally, three for Luke Final. Yeah.
Okay, good. I know why, so I'm waiting, I like for people to be able to go back and watch this interview and like,
Got
oh, okay,
you.
I think he was talking about.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
right, 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 right.
And this is something I'm asking each cast member. So you guys all have your special expertise that y'all bring to the team. I love it because it's like an Avengers, but without having superpowers, like
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
about the mind. So if you guys could take anybody's power, or not power, but I guess their knowledge that they have in their line of work, whose would it be?
Off the bat, me, I
Yeah.
would go Shepherd.
And take like the hacking, all that stuff.
I mean, she gets fed, hey, can you da, and it's magic.
I would take Oliveris for her like what's the word? Not sustainability. Her endurance, like her
I thought
she
you,
has this what
I thought you were going to say environmental.
her environmental consciousness, which is very important for a task force. No, I just think I mean the way that we're introduced to her character, there's a hardiness to her. There's this
Resilient.
resilience and strength and a daring nature that I think is so powerful and so useful. And Belle could do with like a little dose of that, like a little top up maybe. So it's running and typing. I mean, it's more than that.
Yeah, typing is.
Very important, but that's what I'd add to my mix. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that you guys all had very important pieces to add to this team, and it made it more enjoyable to watch because you're liking to see everyone's like how they contribute. Fantastic show. You just can't miss. I love that we're seeing it or the fans are going to see it in pieces, like the first three episodes and in each individual one. So I do appreciate you guys taking time to speak with me today. It's a fantastic show, and you guys did great.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Got it. Awesome. Hi, my name
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Shalice Williams of Black Girl Nerds. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a big fan of talking to the creators because I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff too. So this is
Oh,
fun.
awesome.
So the first thing I want to start with is in all my time of doing junkets, I've never gotten a more detailed tip sheet on spoilers. There's something for every single episode, and I absolutely love that because that's what made it like I gotta see the next one and the next one and the next one. So
Okay, good.
Countdown is fairly different from other series that are in that crime drama. So can you talk to me about when you were crafting this, what is something that you wanted to set this apart from the others?
Yeah, when I'm trying to write an episode or a season arc or even just lines of dialogue between characters, I'm hoping to surprise the viewer in almost every scene. Like just when you think I'm going to go this direction, I'm going that direction. The story's going this way. I thought I thought it was going to be this kind of scene or this kind of episode, but then it, surprised me. That's to me the ultimate accomplishment. I think that's why there's so many like spoiler alerts. Like don't spoil. That's why I was excited that Amazon's releasing it. They're putting the first 3 episodes first, but then once a week, so that you can't get ahead of your friend who's watching the show. And hopefully, you guys will be comparing notes and theories and all those things.
That is literally my next question. So I speak about this often. If anyone watches my interviews, I bring this up often. I'm a big fan of not binging stuff.
Yeah.
I love when things are like released by the week or in batches, 3, 2 at a time. So for that approach in particular, since we're going to get the first 3 episodes, like what do you think, how do they benefit from it being that way? Like what's your viewpoint on why you opted to go that route?
Yeah, my younger self was obsessed with the X-Files. And I remember when those shows came out, like all you did for a week was talk to your friends about what you thought was going to happen in the next episode. They had the kind of perfect mix of standalones plus overall, plot going on. And so I think that's really important is instead of binging is to have a weekly conversation, especially on a show that's got a lot of cliffhangers, a lot of character moves, a lot of surprises, then to build up the audience suspense, I think is really important. So I was over the moon when Amazon told me they were going to release it this way, 3 episodes and then 1 each week.
I think that's a great approach. I look at it as like dates. I think about like when I'm going to do something, I will like talk to my boyfriend like, hey, so Sunday we know we have this show. Like it's kind of like it makes it an event to actually sit and watch something. So I'm glad that you guys took that approach.
Yeah, I grew up reading those like Hardy Boys mysteries, and each chapter would end with like, and the car went off the cliff, and you're like, well, I can't go to bed now. I got to read the next chapter. So I'm hoping every episode is like, oh my gosh, I got to see the next one.
That's how it was for me with Gossip Girl. So that was my show. I was like every episode I'm like tuned in. And speaking of like shows that people love, you brought back 2 of America's favorite faces. You brought back Eric Dane and we got Jensen. So how did you land on casting those 2 in particular and having them team up to work together?
Oh my gosh, I got lucky. I'm the beneficiary of 2 of the best actors working today, liking the script and saying they wanted to be a part of it. I'd love to say that it was me that somehow brought them in, but I'm the one who got lucky and they got to pick, they have their pick of things that they could work on, and to get them both on the same, in the same task force, and watching those 2 dynamics play and the way that their characters develop this mutual respect as the episodes progress is really fun. But they're both just such good people that it's awesome for me to get to be able to do a show with them.
I'm sure that this was a breeze to film and looked like everyone really got along and they really contributed. It's such a fantastic show. It is one of those that I like to talk to other people about, but again, we're gonna be waiting for it to build.
You gotta wait.
Thank you so much for your time. I very much appreciate it.
Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.